Hi, I'm Ali, the designer of Worldbreakers Advent of the Khanate, and today I'm going to play the first chapter of the Worldbreakers single-player campaign. This is a campaign that is going to be released with the game, and the first half is already on Tabletop Simulator, so go check it out. And please remember to subscribe to this channel to get more Worldbreakers videos. So let's start. Chapter 1. You are Marco Polo, the famed trader. You have lived in the great Yuan state for over a decade. Recently, you heard whispers of Kutulun, a Mongol princess who is reuniting the hordes and plans to march on Europe. You must leave at once, reach Venice, and warn your people. However, as a guest of Kublai Khan, you have Tengri's cavalry as an honor guard. Win this chapter to evade them and start your journey west. The objective here is to get to 6 power. And if we win the game, we're going to flip this card and some stuff is going to change. So since this is the campaign, the big difference is that we always go first and we cannot attack. Our opponent is Tengri's cavalry, and they are going to use this deck of orders to decide what to do. So let's shuffle their deck, our deck, and the deck of orders. Let's draw our opening hand of 5 cards. And this is a pretty solid hand. I always like seeing the generous dealer. She can generate a lot of discounts and block quite a lot of followers. And overall, this is a solid hand. I do think I'm going to replace the lowly bard. It's a bit too early for her ability. And yeah, I think it's a bit too early for inspirational vision as well. We probably want to get some more standing before we use it for anything. So yeah, let's mulligan these 2 cards. I'm going to draw 2 new cards. Oh, these are fantastic. I love this draw. So here we go. I am going to start by playing the Generous Dealer. And this is a follower. And she gives me a 1 Mythium discount on event and location cards. And she's going to cost me 5 Mythium to play. Kutulun is next. Tengri's Cavalry are next. And they're going to recruit. So they're going to put the top cards of their deck into play. And that's going to be an Earth Guild Executor. And we're going to flip this to a charge. So next turn, the Tengri's Cavalry is going to attack us. I'm going to use this opportunity to play straight to the source. This is a 2 Mythium event that gains me 3 Mythium. I'm going to get a 1 Mythium discount thanks to the Generous Dealer. And I'm going to reveal a location from my hand to get another Mythium discount. So I'm going to reveal the Humble Underpass and gain 3 Mythium. Tengri's Cavalry are next. They're going to charge with their Earth Guild Executor. And I'm actually fine with that. I'm going to let them gain 1 power. I want to play the Humble Underpass next and be able to defend it. And I don't want to exhaust my Generous Dealer. So here is the Humble Underpass. Usually it costs 2 Mythium, but thanks to the Generous Dealer, it's only going to be 1 Mythium. And we play the location, so we're going to trigger Marco Polo's ability. Marco Polo says that when you play a location, we're going to pick the top card of the deck. If it's a follower, we're going to draw it. It is. And I'm going to load up this location. Tengri's Cavalry is next. They're going to recruit, and they're getting the Skillful Bruiser. She is a 3 strength, 1 health follower, and she is Overwhelm. So when she defeats a blocker, Tengri's Cavalry is going to gain 1 power. For the next round, they're going to be Unrelenting. And Unrelenting says that if any of their followers have a stationary counter, we're going to remove it, but they don't, so they're just going to attack. For my last turn, I'm going to develop the Humble Underpass. So that's going to get me 2 Mythium and 1 power. And then Tengri's Cavalry are going to attack with the Skillful Bruiser, and I'm going to defend, to block with the Generous Dealer. So the dealer is going to take 3 wounds, and the Skillful Bruiser is discarded from play. We are done. So now it's the rally phase. We're going to trigger rally abilities, of which we have none. We're going to ready all of the cards, and then we're going to gain 2 Mythium, draw a card, and flip the round tracker. So this time, Tengri's Cavalry is going to go first, and she's going to recruit, and she's going to get a lowly bard. And next turn, they are going to charge. So we have an interesting choice here. One option is to get the Silk Terrarium on the board, take advantage of the discount. We could just develop the Humble Underpass, and then we're less worried about Tengri's Cavalry going in. I want to keep my Generous Dealer for as long as possible, so I'm just going to play the Caravan Guard, who is a 2/4 stationary for 2 Mythium. Now it's Tengri's Cavalry's turn. They're going to charge with the Earth Guild Executor and the Lowly Bard. So the Generous Dealer is going to take on the Bard. She's going to take 1 wound, and the Bard is discarded. And the Caravan Guard is going to take on the Executor. The Guard takes 2 wounds, and the Executor is discarded. Next turn, Cthulhu is going to call to arms. She's going to put 2 cards into play. So I think this might be a good time to gain some more resources. Oh, I actually do want to. Do I want a standing? I don't think I want a standing. So I'm just going to play the Heedless Investor, and he says that when he enters play, if I control a location, I gain 3 Mythium. So I will pay 1 Mythium for the Investor. I do control a location, so I will gain 3 Mythium. And now it is Tengri's Cavalry's turn. They're going to call to arms and get an Earth Guild Executor and an Eagle Huntress. And next turn they're going to attack. We only have 1 defender. We could pacify one of these followers, but I think we have better targets. So I'm just going to develop the Humble Underpass, and that will net me 2 Mythium and a Star Standing. At this point we have all the Mythium we could ever want. Now we just need to survive and not lose the game. And Tengri's Cavalry are going to attack us. I am going to let both of these through, so they go up to 3. And for my last turn, I'm going to draw... Actually, did we use Marco Polo's ability this turn? I think that was last turn. So, yeah, I'm not sure. So I'm just going to draw a card. And I'll be mindful to actually ready him this town. So, rally phase, let's ready all of our followers. Let's gain 2 Mythium. Let's draw a card. And let's flip this. We can push for a win here with this Pit of Despair. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I will pay 7 Mythium for the Pit of Despair. And this is a location with 3 stages. The first one gains 2 power, the second one gains 2 Mythium and a power, and the third one draws 2 cards and gains 1 power. I'm going to use Marco Polo's abilities to peek. It is not a follower, so it goes to the bottom of the deck. Let's load up these counters. And now it is Tengri's Cavalry's turn. They're going to recruit by putting the top card off the deck. And next round they're going to charge. So I'm going to start working on the Indigo Grotto. The first step gives us 2 power. And now Tengri's Cavalry is attacking. And do know that Sparring Braggart has a special ability. They say that if you attack with 3 or more followers, the Braggart gets +2 strength. So they are at 5 strength, effectively. I'm going to have to block here. So the Caravan Guard is going to trade with the Eagle Huntress. And both of them are defeated. The Heedless Investor is going to block the Sparring Braggart, so they take 1 wound, and the Investor is defeated. And the Generous Dealer is gonna trade with the Earth Apprentice. Then for my next turn, I'm going to gain 2 Mythium and 1 power. Sorry, this is discarded, so I am at 4. And remember, I need 6 to win. And now it is Tengri's Cavalry's turn. They are going to recruit an Irate Vandal. Ah, this is such bad timing. So when the Irate Vandal enters play, you may damage a location, and Tengri's Cavalry are going to damage my Pit of Despair. The Vandal is known as one of these painful cards. Next turn, they're going to charge. So we're in a bit of a pickle here. We don't have much going on. I thought we might be able to win soon, but sadly that's not happening. So I will draw a card. And now Tengri's Cavalry is going to attack and gain 1 power. So rally phase, and I'll get 2 Mythium and draw a card. Oh, the Sly Sentinel is a perfect draw right now. Tengri's Cavalry is going to start by recruiting a follower, and they're going to get the Weary Veteran. And next round, they're going to attack. I'm going to play the Sly Sentinel, and she is a 4 strength, 3 health follower. And when she blocks, I can remove another attacking follower from combat. So Tengri's Cavalry are going to attack with the Weary Veteran, the Irate Vandal, and the Sparing Braggart. I am going to block the Vandal, and I'm going to use the Sly Sentinel's ability to push back the Braggart. So only 1 follower goes through, and Tengri's Cavalry is at 5 points. Next turn, they're going to recruit. We could potentially get to 6 here. So let's play the Silkworm Terrarium for 2 Mythium. And I'm going to trigger Marco Polo's ability to peek at the top card. It is not a follower, so I'm not going to draw it. Tengri's Cavalry is next. They're going to recruit, and their next ability is to charge. Okay, this is not ideal, because now they attack, they go up to 6. And even if we could go up to 6, it's going to be a tie, and the game is going to continue. So instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the Lowly Bard for 2 Mythium. And when she enters play, I'm going to gain 1 Mythium for every standing I have. I have 2 star standing, so I'll gain back the 2 Mythium. And now the Cavalry is up. They're going to attack with their Dog Tamer. I'm going to trade with the Lowly Bard. And for my last turn, oh, I could have won. I completely forgot about the Silkworm Terrarium's ability to discard a card when it enters play. So I'm just going to develop it for 1 power. It's the rally phase, so let's ready all the followers and gain 2 Mythium and draw a card. We're going to go first this round. So now now I'm going to develop this to gain 1 power. We're at 6, so at the end of this round, we're going to win. The way Worldbreakers work is victory is checked at the end of the round. So we just need to survive this. Let's see what Tengri's Cavalry is doing. They're going to start by recruiting a Cavalry Adept. And for their next action, they're going to mobilize. So they're going to recruit another follower. And this is really bad timing. I don't know if we're going to have enough to defend against this, because they're going to have a lot of followers soon. So let's draw. Oof, this is not what we needed here. So Tengri's Cavalry are going to mobilize, and they get a Swift Messenger. Shall we draw again? I think I'm going to play Surprising Development, and I will pay 3 Mythium, and I will gain 5 Mythium. Looks like they're going to recruit again, and they get the Gallant Soldier, and their next action is going to be to charge. Oh my gosh, how are we losing this? I don't know. Let's pacify. So I'm going to put a stationary counter on the Sparing Braggart. And Tengri's Cavalry is next. They're going to attack. And I'm going to block with the Sly Sentinel, defeating the Swift Messenger and taking 1 wound and pushing back the Gallant Soldier. And Tengri's Cavalry gains 2 power. So Tengri's Cavalry is at 7, I'm at 6, and I lost. That is a shame. Huge mistake here. When I play the Silkworm Terrarium, I could have discarded a card. So I could have reached 6 power last round instead of losing here. So that is too bad. Close game. I hope this shows you how the solo mode works and how you can actually lose in the first chapter if you misplay your cards and underestimate how aggressive Tengri's Cavalry can be. Thank you for watching. please remember to subscribe and check out the Worldbreakers Kickstarter. The link is below.